Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat, joined by Ollie Cat, who has been trying desperately to get onto my lap, despite the microphone being in the way. Yeah, I've got the Ollie. He wants attention. He wants to be in my lap, but there's no space for the cat in the lap right now. Yeah, Mr. Cat. Not like he really gets that much time on the lap anyway, because he's so big and hot. Because he's big and he's hot. Yes. Yes, Ollie. Yeah, there's that face. There's that face of the kitty. So how are things? How are things? Twitch? The hell are you doing, Twitch? I just ran the ads to prevent it from automatically running the ads, and it automatically ran ads again. It's like saying that it's running ads again. Again! It already did a minute and a half of ads. Now it's doing another. It's like, the heck? The heck? So we have to hang out for another minute. And it hasn't pushed anything. It hasn't like pushed the next break either. So it's like, excuse me, that's not how that's supposed to work. But anyway, hi. Welcome. They have like 30 seconds left on the timer. So, cat is nice. Cat is soft. He's a good cat. He's my good Ollie. Yes, Mr. Ollie. The other day, he came to me when I was reading in bed, and was on my bed at the foot of the bed just hanging out until I stopped reading, and then he left. As I was trying to go to sleep, he left. He left the bed. He doesn't usually come to the bed, but the other night he was there. He was with me while I was reading, down at the foot of my bed, where I had all the covers off. Yeah, so there's Ollie. Hello. Hello, everyone. We have the cat. He is definitely a bit needy right now. He wants his attention desperately for whatever reason. He just wants to come, and he forces himself upon me, starts crawling all over me, trying to get more pets. Don't know why, because I always give him pets. He gets all the pets he ever wants, and yet he still tries to get, like, force his way to get even more all the time. So, what have we been doing? What have I been up to past couple of days since we last met? Playing Satisfactory, I guess, still continuing. As I've said, I do want to, like, play through the whole thing, even though I do have a very negative opinion about the game. Still want to, like, at least, beat it once. So that's what I've been working on, and yeah, while mod support still is not available, the Satisfactory calculator website that has an interactive map with save editor has been updated, so you can now use that to import mega prints that they have available on the website, which are basically just massive builds done up for you that you can paste into your save file. And I've done that for a few things, namely a world train network. There's actually two different train networks available. There's like a world. There's one that's called World, and then there's one that's called I don't even remember. It's G. Starts with it's a GRN. There's GRN and there's WTN. The World Train Network and the Global Rail network. Which the rail network is, I guess, the more updated version. It's just that importing it into my save, there were more issues with stations like running through my base. There was a station that was like in my base, clipped into my base. So I was like, I guess not for this one at the moment. I also didn't really like how it did its stations, because it didn't really have any areas of multi-stations, like no hub stations at all on the global rail network, GRN. So yeah, I went with the world train network because it has a few areas that are like hubs, actual like hubs with a bunch of train stations, as well as some that are just like side singles that you can use to load some resources onto trains. I've been trying to really figure out trains and all of that, and just have started to scratch into some of the depth of realizing that you can configure train stations on train schedules to be able to unload or load very specific resources from a station. You can tell a train to load just a specific thing at a specific station, or unload a specific thing at a specific station, as well as you can tell them to wait for fully loaded or unloaded, and not just have them always running, etc., etc. There's some depth there. There's some depth there, and I believe that the intent is to make it usable for mixed consist trains, to have trains with multiple items in each wagon. Though I will say, better to only have one thing in a given slot across all of your trains. Like if you're going to have iron ore on a train, only ever have it in the first wagon across all trains with iron ore. They always have it in like the specific wagon slots. You can have a different thing in that slot on different trains. It's just make sure that each item is consistent in which wagon you put it in. And that's quite manual and requires some memory. That requires some memory. And yeah, so as far as progression in the save, I'm at the point of aluminum. I have aluminum, basic aluminum processing. I did the aluminum build yesterday, figuring out the intricacies of the water feedback in that system, which valves solve all the issues. Actually, a pipe setup that imports through a valve the specific throughput that you need of fresh input to cap the input to that amount, and then allow all of the feedback water in. That seems to work as I had built it. As I had built it, requires over 700 cubic meters of water per minute, which is more than a Mark II pipe. So it's like, okay, I have to take this pipe, but minus the feedback amount, brings it under 600. But since the combined value is more than 6, I split the pipeline into 2 of the input. So it's like I brought the input line 600, don't need the full 600, so it's like I split it, and then 2 valves limited to like 240 per minute, and then hooked up the feedback into those, which have their own unlimited valves to push it the one way into the first lines of refineries to refine the bauxite. into aluminum solution. And then aluminum solution gets processed into scraps, and that feeds back water byproduct that you have to reuse in the system. Yeah, it's a little complex. It's a little complex, but I did it myself manually. I didn't use blueprints for that. Looks a little messy after doing all that shenaniganery with the water, but yeah, it works. It's working without stopping. But yeah, I'm at the point now I have to like make turbo motors and such, and like getting to the point of the whatever, the reinforced heavy modular frame things, the like, or the super modular frame things. Getting those is next, along with turbo motors. I sort of have supercomputers going into the project assembly part that needs those. That's available right now. But yeah, just working towards that phase 4 of project assembly. That's close to the furthest I've ever gotten in the game previously, which was around nuclear power. That's the furthest I've ever been in Satisfactory, and I'm pretty close to it. But yeah, just in the process of actually doing some things at scale and getting a train network set up, and I still have to get all the stuff onto trains. The only real thing I have on the world network is nitrogen. I just put nitrogen on the world network. Made my own station and offshoot from the world network to nitrogen, and brought that in to the desert hub stations, which is right near my base, oddly enough. So that's that update. Yeah, just working through it. Just working through it. I would not want to manually build a rail network across the whole map, or even like most of the map. The most I did myself manually was just an individual line out to an area where I was doing petrochemical processing into plastic and rubber, and then another one that went out to mine bauxite and all of the other stuff involved with that. It was bauxite, quartz, coal, and water. And I put water on it too, so it was bringing all 4 of those things from that station to my desert base, and then I did all the processing, built all that processing. It was nice, little loop style rail. It was just hard to justify building out a like more broad rail network and taking that time to do that I could have otherwise spent building the base. So yeah, just look for blueprints for things and found the global prints and was able to import that after the website was updated to function in 1.0. So yeah, that is that. Cat is not here right now, so we will close that particular window. We'll uppies the game music a bit, just a hair, and we'll get into Shapez 2. We will continue our playthrough. Alright, what did we do last time? Well, we were working on tasks. That's all we did, and that's all we're going to be doing for the foreseeable future. We are almost at the end here for task 24, just getting its final delivery. We are in the midst of working on task 25, the Shelled Trooper, and we need to do every single one in sequence up through 36. And once we finish task 36, that will be the end of this particular scenario. And when that procs the finish, I will probably have, like, whatever stream I'm on at that point, I will end that stream at that point, and the next time I return to stream, the following, like, normal scheduled stream will be the start of our next scenario, which will be hexes. because I want to do hexes next. Alright, that is now done. I no longer need that particular factory for any reason whatsoever. Alright, we are working on getting the second layer built to tack on to this shape. Now, I no longer need this loaded onto trains. So what was I working on? Oh yeah, and I set up this nice little array of all of the mixed colors, providing what is it? It's providing 12 total like belts worth of each color if they're painting. 12 painting belts equivalent for each of these mixed colors, which is very nice. I'm glad that I made this. And it is agnostic to the colors that you bring in. It doesn't really matter the order, unless you're specifically copy-pasting this on the exact same line. But, oh well. So I was down here. We were ending down here in order to make this shape here, this second layer. And we have the squares. The squares are going up here, where we have this thing. Alright, what do we need to do with this thing? We need to cut out the bottom left corner of this particular shape and replace it with a corner from the square. So let's get into it. I need cutting. So this is going to be large. Quite. You know, I'll build the bottom and then I'll copy it a layer up. What is where? So I need to cut out this one. It would be easiest okay. I will need a dagger shape. First and foremost, I will need this particular thing painted white on this top layer. I'll need it for that specific shape. Just a single quarter star. I would like to be able to use that for layer 4 later. I'm just looking at the specific rotation that is the correct rotation. So even though I will use it later, I will trash this in its entirety. And then I need a stacking. So, the hard part. I need 4 of this. And because this is 2 layers, I can't really put it up 1. Oh boy. Next, I need... That is actually in the way. Oh yeah. So what do I need it to be? The top right? There we go. 4 lines of stacking. Or not. that's it. So that makes that shape. The tricky part will be that I will have to paint these pieces white eventually. And to that end, I'm going to put that thing there. Actually, I'll put things down there, and I may end up actually just moving this stacking downwards. Yeah, I'm gonna move the stacking downwards because I want room for the painting. Actually, I need to paint this shape white. Now that I'm thinking about it. Huh. Yeah, I need to paint the shape white. Which one is white? The first. Oh, come on. I can't have it there. Alright, blue is gonna go. That way. There. Now there's blue, and I'll just reroute this down here. To paint these pieces white, and then I'll send it into all the stuffs. Alright, then I need to bring this over here. How's that distance looking? Well, considering I just used a train over a shorter distance here. No. Yeah. Huh. That's gonna be way over there. Interesting. Okay. Bah. Next. Unload those pieces. And then these. Get those pieces stacked on top. Let's run all these belts. Oops. Where's our shape? Who's gonna load in that shape? Where's the throughput? Hello? My brain can't brain, apparently. I have done this wrong. Because it's just one. On each of these. The hell? All of you that way. There, and then I have to clean it. That's better. It's just odd to me. I mean, yes, the two of these is 1/4 of this line. And that gets put onto the layer 3 item as 1/4 to the rest of the layer 3 item. I don't know, the thing is, it seems like I'm doing 2 belts of throughput. Right, looks like it didn't. It's still not right. What is going on here? Ollie, get out from under there. Get out from under there. What am I not logicking right about this? Because clearly there's something I'm not doing right. Now there's too much of this. Because I really could have sworn that it should have been that. To get the full throughput out. Does it need a buffer? I don't even have... That doesn't even exist in this game. I don't know why there's not a buffer. They have a fluid buffer. They didn't bother to give us a item buffer. It's really weird. Okay, so now you're giving me the full belt? Then why the frickin' hell did you stop in the first place? It still had a gap. That had a gap. That's the problem. No more gaps. So what was the problem in the first place? Was it just that I had to clean it out because of the belt distances being an issue? Quite possibly. Because I could have sworn I had it right the first time. I was like, but, why not full build? Now this is getting into full build territory. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, really odd. Really odd. And I think that it is very, really odd that there's no buffer for solid items. They have that in Shapes 1. They have a box. They have a box in Shapes 1. It actually acts as a buffer, proper buffer. It's got multiple outputs as well. It can act as an overflow valve. Not really valve, but an overflow splitter. Priority splitter, that's what it is. It's a priority splitter. Okay, so then why are you not then bringing in this stuff? Because I don't have a train stop here. That explains a lot, actually. There's no train stop there. You know, that's not the one that I was thinking that I was grabbing. That is not the correct shape, so I need to do some rotation. That is correct. And that will auto-magically head on out. Okay. The next shape. Layer 3. Layer 3 has that. Did I just be like, I can work with that? Ah, I made it. Okay. Looks like we made it last time for the layer 3. I will need a train. But what about the blue piece? Because that's just the piece that will eventually need to be white. It's just that 3-piece plus a blue section. Well, there happens to be a blue section right there. that's already painted for me. So let's go ahead and grab that. Alright, what we're going to do here is we are going to use destroyers. And there we go. 4 bits of that corner. Why do these have a direction? If I select 2 bits that are going a specific direction, like if I draw a line between these 2 points, the game should know which way to have these rails going. It should know the directionality based off of where I start drawing. If I do this, what I'm trying to make clear is if I do this, it should automatically switch the direction of the rails to match the endpoint directions. Yet clearly it doesn't. So that is not... That is the correct rotation, built in. Alright. That is not, excuse me. It needs to be rotated 180. Alright, bearing in mind that I will need to paint these white. And that I need to import white. Alright, there's clearly too many trains. Wait, what? Oh, green only needs the yellow. Okay. Hey, the milestone is completed for the final qualification. Huzzah, we are done. We are final qualified. And that gave us 50 research points. I guess at this point, it's just a mix of stuff here. Train speed, the final speed, or the capacity. Let's get the speed and the capacity. Yeah, there's just one more thing to research at 90, which, quite possibly takes the rest of the stuff to get, the rest of the tasks. And so where am I going with this? All the way over here. Alright, rail routing white. White goes that way. White go that way. Autosave. There we go. Yes, white loading white. And making its way all the way over here. It's not needed at this moment in time, but it will be. Bah. Go there. Really? I forgot to do the thing. Sigh. There it goes. That's the one. This shape is quite involved, if you haven't already noticed. I don't want that on layer 1. I want it on layer 2, and the reason that I want it on layer 2 is I'm going to go all the way up here. Why don't I have to use a green train again? I don't have to have it be like blue. Because it's gonna load in on this same station. Ta-da! Now we're still accruing these 8,000, so we have some more time. Let's see here. I'm going to need another stacker array. Probably going to be down here, followed by another stacker array, and I'll just have them here. Oh. Yeah, that's a minor issue. Yeah, because all these are going to be coming out on layer 2, and yeah, newsflash, I'm going to have a layer 3 coming out as well. Autosave. Taking a second. Oh boy, these do get stacked on top of... I'll have to double check the rotations once they start coming in. I'll trim it for now while I wait. Alright, so next task here, following task here. Last task is just a recoloring of stuff. I'll go ahead and get the linear painting array placed there. Copied. Did I already have it at... Yes, I already had it here. Alright. The top layer will need to be made near here, because that's where I have these daggers. Okay, that unlocked. Get back over here. We still don't have any blue line item. Oh, because I put a fluid wagon, of course. It's because I put the wrong wagon. Sigh. Why did I just delete that? How long have I worked on the map already? The whole thing? Well, this is the, what is it? 9th stream. This is my 9th stream. The first streams of the series were 4 hours long. First 3 or 4 were 4 hours, and after that 3. Today's 3. So 26:31 is the playtime. Don't know why it says 65% research when I only have one thing left. Weird. But anyway. This isn't really big. As far as I am concerned, this isn't that big. I'm only dealing with 4 sets of 4. Like, this isn't big. Not when it's sets of 4 like this. And this is just the hard scenario, and frankly, it's been incredibly easy. Like, I thought that hard would be hard, you know? But as it turns out, not really. To me, hard is easy mode. Another upgrade? Okay. Top 14%. So let's see, what is the rotation? What do I need to make this rotation of this layer? It needs the... It needs the rounded edge on the square, so I do need to rotate. That way. All right. That's the next set, the next step of the task. On its way out. 4 belts of it. Alright, next, making the top layer shape, which is... Aha! It is that same thing, but it's blue this time. It's what we did down here, but blue. But blue, he said. Those will stay. These will go uppies. Making a set of blueprints helped a lot with building. Alright, I need blue. Hello, blue. Full fluid space pipe. I'm sorry, that's the wrong thing. That is not a pipe. And for those not aware, these buildings absolutely pass through fluids. They act as pass-throughs. You could have them direct connected to each other and they would absolutely still work with only one input. Do I play any other games on stream? I generally stream one game at a time. So all streams right now are of this game. And once I am done with this game, I will be playing another game. I generally stream factory building games. Generally. Mostly. Factory building and adjacent. I used to stream a lot of Factorio, but after about 8,000 hours of that, I got burnt out on it completely. So that's not going to be streamed for the foreseeable future. I was considering Satisfactory, but after playing it, the version 1.0 of it, no. The short answer is not happening. Alright, I have to get from there to up here to unload a shape. Do I just want to wait for the belt? If you go through my live stream history, I've got a lot of content that you can chew through if you would like. That'll work. Do I want it to share any of that line? I mean, it may as well. Just as long as the train is something different, let's make it red. Oh, right. So that puts it on... I'm getting confused. That puts it in portion 2. Where was I? Here. Once we get enough stuff to load in. Why is this not full throughput? Aha. That explains a lot. So then I have to route red that way. It wouldn't have been able to do anything over here at this stop, but better to avoid issues before they happen. Alright, now we have red line train coming in, and that will deposit on layer 2 those blues. So now what I have to do is I have to take these, stop them from being voided, start bringing stuff over here. I need to stack why are you mixed? Okay. That makes that. That is that top layer for now. And it's going to get loaded on layer 3 here. And we'll see about rotation for the other thing as we go along. I do need to note that I'll need to dump this until I need it. That's just the one niggling issue that still remains. Because these pieces need to always move for the rest of the part to get made. And if I'm not using these top pieces yet, well, is a slight issue. Alright, they're gonna get brought in up here on this. Frankly, I didn't even need this. Or this, really. I could have had this loading over here. Gotten rid of both of these. But, oh well. Just trash it all. Dump it into the void of space. For now. Alright, well, apparently a train is coming. There we go. Yay! Now, rotation. I think this needs to be rotated 180 degrees. Yeah, it'll need to be rotated 180. No, 90. It needs to be rotated 90. It needs to be rotated such that the rounded end is top left. Right now, the rounded end is bottom left. So yes, this is the correct rotator for that. Okay, so now I'm just waiting for this 8,000 to tick over, and it appears as if I can do this transition now because it's just a matter of time for the next delivery to happen. In fact, there's already a couple of trains on their way to the vortex that are loaded. So the next one to hit will send it. Or up here. And since that's the case, I can now hook all of this up. Is that the shape? Sure as heck looks like it to me. Okay. we're cooking. And then the final piece of this puzzle will require simply changing some of the pieces here. Why did I even bring white in here? I'm not using it. Oh, goodness. Boogers. Yeah, I'm making it separately. So there goes that. So does that... Ah! Yeah, that research thing is a counter of how much you've done of the tasks. This is basically tasks, percentage of tasks, as weighted by the amount of research they give you. So yeah, the 90 points that I need for the last upgrade here is worth like 40%. Goodness. So I already have this set up to do this transition. I have to paint these white. All I have to do is make this decision. Change that, make that white, move these into here and put these in the input there, and then over here do the same thing with this shape. Just instead of blue, this time it'll be white. And once those have both transitioned to white, we will have our resultant correct shape for the final step. Just a matter of growing 8,000 pieces. How much is 1,080? Okay. So each of these bricks is worth 1,080. So 8 of these bricks is enough. It loaded up and it's on its way. Well, I think at this point I can move on to the next number 26, task 26, because that's all of task 25. Task 26 I will do at a previous location that is now finished, and that is this task. That task is done, and I no longer need it at all. So, goodbye! Just clean that out and start over. Oh boy, we're going to need some mixed colors for this. This is not a great place for the mixed colors, but yeah, let's not do like color mixing here. Like, I know I'll need red, green, and blue in here. Like, I know I'll need them, but I will also need all of the mixed colors. color mixing station. No. Delete that. Full fluid mixing station. Yes, this is the one. This is the one. I'm going to put this over here. And I believe it needs 3 space pipes worth of each. At least I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be 3 of each. And it does not matter. Why can't I flip this? Stupid game. Just let me flip it. Alright, that makes all the colors. All the mixed colors. 4 belts of each. And puts them on a bunch of trains. Maybe I don't need so many trains, especially now. I'll bring it up here, where I'll have an unloading color station. Fluid unloading. It's 4, right? Yeah, it's 4. Unload all 4. That was not rail. Why can I not quick replace? Okay, that is gonna load all of those colors for me. Just as soon as the blue gets its butt down here. So now you can sort of get the idea about the issues with making this particular shape. It does need all of the mixed colors at the very end. So at the very end, we need each and every mixed color. This is, I think, is this the final? No, it's not even like the final color-based challenge. Not even the final color challenge. Now we've still got one more disorderly progress. Which I guess is supposed to throw you and when it needs the mirror of this, or not even the mirror, just the rotated version of this stacked. And then it stacks on that piece, and then it colors them. I mean, I guess it's disorderly, but from 28 onwards, 28 starts the process of pinning. That's where we'll need to start using the pinning mechanic. And then from 33 on, 33 through 36, those 4, those are crystals. Those are crystals, and do some of these crystals have pins? Yes. We can claim that. We're level 51. So I will need green, blue, and red in at first. But at the very end, those need to switch colors to mixed colors. To all of the mixed colors. Very interesting indeed. Oh, and it adds a random star piece that's yellow in there. Isn't that glorious? Ah, well. Here's the thing, though. It is 12 belts of each color, so I don't need to worry about how much color I have from this, because it's making 12. Ooh, those are flipped. Interesting. Okay. This shape is weird in its construction. What is this called? Knight's Pride. I'm saying that it's weird because we have to lose a half a shape, and we have to lose like most of a star in this. We actually have to add this layer 1 as our next step, a new layer 1. It's like, okay, well, alright then. So, we get a shape that is actually a complete shape that is a swapped circle and square. So, bring on a swapper B. Swapper. 2 belt out, consistent rotation. I need 4 of you. That's better. 4 of you? No, 2 of you. What am I thinking? Probably easier to do level 2 here. that. So the thing is, we great. So yeah, I do need this twice because, of course, the first layer is that same shape again. Yeah, that's right. So it would be in my best interest to work on this first. Alright. For now, these can stay idle. But these I need to cut in half and void one specific side. Or not even void. What am I thinking? I don't void this. I need to color one side green. Oh, that's done. So detour time. Back over yonder. Okay, now you guys. That replaces all of that with white. So now that piece is white, and then going over to here. And that replaces that with white. So that should now be most. Oh, right. I am dummy. Like, yes, this needs to be white, but it's not done this way. If I had enough undos, I would probably use that, but nah. So the thing is, I need this entire piece painted white. And I was going to reroute that shape Okay. That should result in the final resultant shape for this. Autosave. Wait, what? Oh, there's still some stuff in here that's like gray, I think. That should clean out soon. There, now it's starting to accrue. It'll take a second to get to the full belt throughput, but once it does, we're good. Phew. Then up here, this is gonna take a minute. In fact, just cleaning it all out should help matters. You can apparently hit I to clean out the train stations as well. Okay. Normally I would keep watch on this until it actually ticks up, but we're going to move on. Keep working over here. Alright, I need to cut this in half. Four times. Actually, 8 times, because I need to do it to the other side as well. Because I need to paint one section green, and I will eventually need to do one section as blue. Oof. I'm just sitting here and like suddenly I feel like major constriction, and it's like, oh yeah, have you had those times your underwear decides they want to just like pinch your legs off? So that's what just happened to me. Just dug right in, as if it's trying to just take a rope and pull. Leaving great big gouge marks. Ugh. I need to rotate this first. So that's lovely. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Wow, that actually works? Jeez. Wait, this is double what I need. Hold up. Wait a second, this is double what I need. Yeah, see, that's the main issue, and why I need to keep pushing it down. Thingy. Oh yeah, this is like way more than I needed. I didn't even need the whole top. It's high. Okay, which one is the one that I need to be green? Because these are mirrors. These are, in fact, all mirrors. I'm still wrong. I'm still wrong. The sigh duck. Two, 3, 4 belts. 2, 3, 4 belts. Oh, we apparently have 90 research points. Oh, because of... operator levels, I guess, are giving me... yeah, research points. Operator levels give research points. Interesting. Then this shouldn't say research. This should not be labeled research. Not in the slightest should this be labeled research. It says 67%. Well, yo, game. I have all of the upgrades. I have every single one of them. They're all taken. I have no more upgrades. I have nothing with which to spend research points. Okay, that's better. So who's who? Right. Okay. But there's still an issue. There is still an issue. Like, the very top one can escape easily. Like, the top one can escape. It's this middle one that I need to be able to escape without going to the left or right one. I just don't think that that's possible. All right, then. If I be leaping, oh, and I was doing it wrong anyway, because that was 2 belts. And it needed to be more. It needed to be 4 independent belts. Yikers. Yeah, I need to move this. And redo this initial logistics. I mean, I could put a 2 gap there, but I don't think that's gonna matter. Alright. It gives room for leaping. Now remember, that's 4 belts. Okay. So which one's painted green? I think it's this guy. This one is painted green. Oh. No, I'm not thinking straight. So who'll be green? Is this guy or this guy? One needs to be green, one needs to be gray. Where will I bring the green in is a great question. I guess here. One will need to be blue as well, so yeah, so I'll bring that in too. Okay, so this one's green. Bah. That be the one that needs to be green. Oh yeah, and I guess this entire train line can be relocated. If at all possible. Go down that way. When I have something to output, I'll add the train station. Alright, green. Okay. Then the other piece, this piece, needs to get added to a half diamond. My diamonds are there. Wonderful. Okay. Stacking. Wonderful. Yeah, I'll put it there. Joy, bliss, I have 3. Well, I can jump. That is an option. I'll worry about this other one later. Those are famous last words. I will regret them. Might send them this way. Alright, because, you know, I have to already be thinking about, oh, well, I need at least 2 belts of you. Coming in here. Getting cut. Alright, this is 1 belt of cutting. And that results in 4 belts of output. Do I need them rotated? Yes. There we go. Operator level. Now, as I've been saying, this is not hard. If I were to classify some of these later tasks, I would say I would probably use the word tedious on some of these. But again, not hard. Like, this is a pretty complex piece. I'll be completely honest, this is a complex piece. And that is that top shape. There's no pinning. The main / only real issue that I have with this particular setup here, or with this shape specifically, is how much it has to change in between each task. It requires a lot of editing as you go along. So that's the first step. That's the first piece. The layer, what ends up being 2 and 3, at least this is only a 3-layer piece. It is currently the layer 2 and 3, but you'll have to add a yellow quarter star to this, to the layer 2. So since that needs to happen, you need to do another step here. It needs to be yellow, and then the piece that is green needs to change to red, and then to magenta. That's just pulling in a different color, though. You could just reroute color to it, and actually the red just straight up replaces the green. It replaces the green in place. Oh, okay. This whole top piece will need to be painted yellow, and then white, eventually. Then we have this thing, which currently I have being cut in half down here. That is because I need to paint half of it, namely, this half of it. This needs to be painted blue. This needs to be painted blue, and then eventually the other half needs to be painted yellow. And then I need to checkerboard it. Which is a lot of infrastructure, actually. Genuinely a lot of infrastructure. That task has finished, thank God. Okay, that is done. Completely done. So long and farewell. Leaders at goodbye. Alright, I need the train. Let's see, this was the green line. Okay. Normally, now, I would be working on what I need to do for the next step. So let's go ahead and do that. I went and I brought blue here, but I don't think it's going to be there, sadly. Because it's not particularly easy, like at all, dealing with the color in this particular circumstance. So I'll bring in the color there. So that means I will need to get this stuff there, or at least here, because I need a painting line. For this shape. Okay, layer 3. Sure, why not? You see, game, that is most definitely not what is supposed to happen there. Actually, it needs to go uppies. Whatevs. Blue. Ugh, that's in the way. Alright, we have that half in blue and we have this half in gray. Now I need to stack them. Which means getting this over here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to mix layer 1 and 2. actually, these all should be layer 3. Or layer 2, excuse me. Are these correct? Yes. Now just wait until this has to be then painted yellow first. And then checkerboarded after all of this. Okay. Breathe. Why are you not full belt? Why you have gaps? Why do you have gaps? It's not the green. Oh yeah, why? Why do you have gaps? Let me clean out some of that. Again, lack of buffers. Lack of buffers causing problems. Would love to have solid buffers, but they don't exist. You get a fluid tank. You get fluids, but not solids. I find that quite annoying. Either way, I need to get these brought down. And these will be the first layer. These will be the second layer. Is the rotation? No. Short answer, no. Rotation is not correct. So either I can do it here, or I can do it, here. It is a 180-degree rotation. Lovely. I'll just stick it there then. Keeping in mind that this is actually the final thing. Everything else after this, or after adding this shape, is just recolorings. I mean, there is one more stacking thing of one of these, but that can be done anywhere. It would be best to paint it yellow and then cut it and use all of the output from the cutting. So I'll do that. It needs to be stacked on this thing. So this stacking setup we'll like shift a bit. Probably move to layer 2, frankly. Actually, as soon as this second... Okay, like, as soon as we get another block, which we might already have a block on its way, do we? Yeah, we already have a block on the way. So that means that this is done. Yeah, this is now done. Since the next block will hit 5,000 something, and this will push it over 6. I cannot start loading because I don't want to lose that block. I don't think it'll delete the block, but it will delete the internal buffer. In fact, I am going to do this modification now. See, it's done. And that is the piece. That sure looks like it. Alright. So this thing, in the next step, we're going to need to have yellow painting. And I'm going to need to have this green replaced with red. So give me painting. Auto-saving. Yellow. I need this again. But I'll likely be doing it down here. And I technically only need one of it. Which means I should actually just do it up here. Okay. I only really need one, but it won't matter. It won't matter. It would just be for my own satisfaction to not do the destroyers. Another operator level. Okay. What am I doing? Even I don't know. So that's going to be the single spike. Why is your throughput dead now? I don't understand. What's with the throughput issues? There shouldn't be any. There should not actually be any throughput issues at all, and yet there are. Everything is built at ratio. And this is all because there is no buffer building. As far as I'm aware, there's no buffer building. I don't know why we don't have it. Because that's more annoying. That's annoying. That's not a challenge, that's just annoying. Like, if it's just a thing that you don't get access to on the hard scenario, well, F that. That's not something you should be expecting people to plan around. It's like, oh, thou shalt have exact equidistant belts if you want to use the full shape. Or any full shape. If you want any full shape, thou shalt. Thou shalt. Have exactly the same amount of segments of belts for each piece that is being used. For that is the only way. In which you can not back up ever. There's like a specific volume that will be needed to cover the differences, but you have to erase whatever's being backed up until there's enough on the other line so that it runs the full belt. See, now it's a little bit smoother up here after clearing belts, just for clearing belts. Yeah, not a fan of this shape in particular. This task, not a fan. Not at all am I a fan of this task. The next task is like super easy. Yeah, that's like a huge step down. If there was a bug with paint lines where speed changed when it was off screen, well, it has nothing to do with really the painting aspect of it. You know, this is merely the belts are not as long for each like half of the object that I'm using. So because the belts are not the same length, the shorter belt backs up and blocks the second belt that's longer from having its full throughput. You can't have the full throughput of both when you have one that's shorter than the other, because the shorter one backs up before the long one does, and that limits how much you get through that longer belt. So you have to remove some of that the contents of the shorter belt so that the longer belt can fill in to its full throughput volume. And once that is full throughput and the shorter one is full throughput, then it's fine once they're balanced, which is made significantly easier if we just had access to a box. If we had a box, an inline box, that would make it so that we don't have to worry about these circumstances where the belts aren't as long as on one side as the other. But since we don't have a box, we have to deal with this BS affecting the overall throughput of the system. It's all because they didn't give us a box. They gave us a tank. They gave us a tank that works for foods, but they didn't give us a box. Like, are you nuts? Why no box? Shapes 1 has a box. Like the previous game had a box. Why do we not have a box? This is extremely frustrating that we don't have a box. Anyway, enough ranting and raving about that. I need my blueprint for checkerboarding. I need 4 of this. Actually, I need 2 of this. What am I thinking? Just 2. Just 2. Not 4. Because it's 2 belts in, 2 belts out of the stuff. I'll need to adjust the rotators more likely than not, but this thing... Oh, this thing. Oh, can I go that way? Yes. Okay, that'll be that input. So this thing will take these shapes and checkerboard them. It swaps the opposite corners. But I'm trying to remember what the initial rotation needs to be. Trying to remember what the initial rotation needs to be. Or if it can be the same. Because this cuts it, it rotates... Huh? Why are those counterclockwise? Why do these need to be counterclockwise? I don't know, I'll muck about with these when I need to. For now, I need to fill this. Which, let's see. So that was 1. I know we have 1 on its way now. So that'll be 7. So we just need 1 more of the crates. 1 more crate and I can work on this next step. Which a crate is 1,080. Or a package. A package. Shapes 2. Shapes 2 package. Alright, we have the package. So now I'll trim all that. We'll stop it. Oh boy. Alright, now... Okay. Now I need this stuff. Autosave, autosave. So where's that line? It's always 1 off. Bah! Okay, so that paints those yellow. Ah, yes, that has finished, I know. Oh boy. Okay, now this thing. I need to swap the corners. Let's see how much of a pain in the butt this is gonna be. Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, I figured. So they're all the same. It doesn't do anything at the start, so I need to rotate first. And these need to change. No. Huh. Another operator level. This may take me a minute. Yeah, so that just switches them back if we don't have any manipulations. So that's the thing. Another operator level? My goodness. No, that's not the thing. That's got 3 pieces. Yo, if you do that again. Oh, well there's the opposite of what I need. Let me relogic this. Okay. Or do I need to cut him? So I could just cut and repaste. So if I have this, it ends up with use cutters and then swappers. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cut and then swap. But if you're cutting, what are you swapping? Or what are you using to cut then swap? I guess is the question. So if we cut first, right? If you cut, I guess you could do this like on each individual line, technically. So if you cut, and then if you want to swap, you have to rotate. And then stack this. And the ratio with the bent stackers is 4, right? Yeah. So then you bent stacker. No. Not that. The bent stackers are faster. Huh? Yeah, so the game goes out of its way to tell you that the bent stackers are faster. You're saying swap it twice? It doesn't do it that way. That's not how that... It's not a 180. If we want to basically use it as a stacker, it needs to be like that, but that's not the shape that I want. But you see, that's not the intended result. I end up just back where I started. So this isn't checkerboarding. Oddly. It's like, because that's on top and that's on top. Another level. No, it's like I need this, and then it can be oh, that's still not? Oh yeah, that's still not. What? Just stack it, I guess. Just bent stacker, then. This is vastly overcomplicating things, but there it is. I mean, that ends up getting the result. It's just a few steps too many, I think. One line is 180. Is it only one thing on one line? Alright, so you have one line is a 180 and a 90 CCW. Whoops. And then the next line is just a 90 CW. Well, that does it too. So that'll do it. It's about as long. Just gonna say it's about the same, but it does do it. So the problem is I have to do this 4 times. Well, as long as I can fit one there, and one there. Actually, you there. Well, alrighty then. I mean, it's technically that time for me to end the stream, but yeah, I think it can be a lot better. I mean, it works. That's about all I can say, is that it works. And it gives me the intended shape with the colors in the correct positions. So now, get them out. Autosave. And that's the shape, is it not? That's this thing. That's it. Well, with that task done, after taking way too long to do this checkerboarding, well, it's cut, swap, swap, swap. So it's 3 swapping steps with 1 cut. But if I had it as like 2 belts in, maybe it could be done differently. Like originally what I would try to do was take 2 belts of input and keep swapping the belts until I ended up with with like 2 belts of the final shape, which that feels how much? It's 4, yeah. So initially it was trying to get 2 belts with that out, and I think it can be done like this with certain rotations, but whatever, it's fine. I'm getting the result shape that it needs to be, and now we've got throughput issues because everything is off again. Well, on that note, having now obtained this level 26, oh god, the amount of progress we made today was non-existent, because all we really did was finish up Shelled Trooper. And then made Knight's Pride. Oh, is that a import? You can actually import by string. Can you do that? How do you import by string? Oh, you just paste? Just paste. Just copy and then Control V in the game. Did not know that. Oh, okay. I see. So apparently this will work too. Swapped are better. At least it better work. At least it better work. Ending the stream right now. We've reached the end of today's stream. That's all the time I've got for today as I keep cleaning this out for more buffer room to try to get these 4 running at their full rate. But yeah, that's going to be it for the day today, folks. When we come back next time, we will be finishing off the remainder of the tasks for this particular shape. The only thing that really needs to be done is for the next piece, we need white brought in to replace the yellow, and we need a yellow star attached to the red piece there, which I already have the yellow star made. I just have to route it and stack it to the red piece, and then let this continue. And this piece here that's currently gray also needs to become yellow. So yeah, quite a few things here will need to be yellow going forward. Of course, this yellow is replaced with white, and then lastly, that top piece needs to be replaced with white from yellow. So a lot of messing about and swapping of colors going forward. This particular task is a pain in the butt. A pain in the butt. Huh? What do you mean? Oh, your inputs are uncolored in red, so it may not work for that blueprint. But if it's checkerboarding, it shouldn't matter what the colors are. If they're 2 different colors and it's checkerboarding those colors, then it should absolutely always checkerboard any 2 colors. What may matter is the initial rotation of the object going in. That may matter. But anyway, with that, thank you all for watching. I'll be back with more on Sunday. I hope to see you all then.